guys, welcome back to the channel and happy New Year. Did you do any New Year's resolutions? Because mine is to perfect this cinnamon roll recipe. Today I'm going to be answering some of y'all's questions from Instagram, and I'm going to be showing y'all step by step how I'm going to make my homemade cinnamon rolls, so stay tuned. Here are all of the ingredients you're going to need. So that is going to be a scale for measuring cup, some mixing bowls, some honey, brown sugar, powdered sugar, flour, cinnamon, vanilla extract, regular white sugar, dry yeast, 2 eggs, some butter, and salt. You're also going to need some heavy whipping cream, milk, and some cream cheese as well. Okay, so first we're going to bloom our yeast. 1 1/4 cups whole milk. You're going to warm up your milk. Snack break. About 110 degrees. 2 1/4 teaspoon dry yeast. 1 teaspoon white sugar. Okay, now we let that sit for 10 minutes, and while we let that bloom, let's answer some questions. Okay, somebody asked, first question, what has been the most rewarding part of your fitness journey? And honestly, there's so many that I can think of, but I would say the most rewarding is just how it makes me feel. Like, to be able to move your body so freely and feel so strong while doing it, and also just seeing like the muscle growth and what you're physically capable of. And what's super crazy is just being like a sense of motivation for you guys. Like, some of y'all tell me that I actually inspire y'all to go to the gym and work out, which is so crazy to me. You know, I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, that's a good question. It's very rewarding. Ooh, okay. This one's tough. How do you deal with regret? And honestly, I struggle with regret just like any other person does. But I try my best not to dwell on my regrets and not to dwell on the past. One of my favorite books that really changed my perception, how I handle regret and being stuck mentally in the past, is actually the book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I can't recommend it enough. It's one of my favorite books ever. So that's how I deal with regret. Somebody asked, what desserts do you like to make for the holidays? And I went crazy this year. I got super into baking, and so, you know, I had to throw down for Thanksgiving and a little bit on Christmas, but especially Thanksgiving. I made a pumpkin candied pecan pie. I made some pumpkin espresso cookies, and what was the other thing I made? I made peach cobbler. So yeah, I love baking all kinds of sweets. It's really fun to me. Very delicious, and I love getting everyone to try my sweets, and yeah, them loving it. It's just awesome. For Christmas, I made an amazing cheesecake, but I do think my favorite dessert to make is cinnamon rolls. We're gonna do 4 3/4 cup flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons salt, 2 tablespoons white sugar. I added 2 whisked eggs, 112 grams of softened butter. That was too much. Perfect. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Mix it all together. Now we're gonna add our mixture. Now we're gonna switch to a dough hook, and we're gonna knead that on medium speed for 10 minutes. Form your dough into a ball, nice little ball, and then we're gonna place it into a lightly greased bowl. And we're gonna cover it with plastic wrap. Then we're gonna let the dough rise in the oven, turned off, for an hour to an hour and a half. All right, while we wait, let's answer some questions. Somebody asked, do you like pineapple on pizza? And the only correct answer is, of course, yes. If you have another opinion on that, it doesn't matter. Pineapple on pizza is supreme. Okay, somebody asked, how big are your thighs? Hold on. Okay, I can't find my actual body measuring tape, so we're gonna have to use this. About 25 inches. Somebody asked, when was the last time you destroyed a chili dog? And I honestly couldn't tell you, but I do love me a good chili dog. All right, somebody asked, what is your age and how much weight do you lift? So I'm 27 years old, and my all-time maxes on squat is 265, deadlift is 365, and bench is 185. Okay, somebody asked if I had any New Year's resolutions, and I gotta be honest, I have not thought about it at all. I'm not really a New Year's resolutionary type of person. I think you should try every single day to be the best person that you can possibly be. And yeah, never give up, be consistent, be grateful, be thankful, and love. That is my mantra. Okay, now we're gonna make the cinnamon caramel sauce. 112 grams unsalted butter, 1 cup light brown sugar, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 116 grams honey, and ½ tablespoon vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons heavy cream, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Now you're gonna grease the pan that you're gonna use. I'm just using avocado oil. You're gonna spread your caramel sauce all over the bottom of the pan. So the bottom should now look like this. Now we're gonna make the cinnamon filling. For this, we're gonna need 112 grams unsalted butter, 1 cup light brown sugar, 2 tablespoons cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Here is the cinnamon filling we've got. Just took our dough out. So it should be nice and huge, double the size, and we're going to deflate it. We're going to flour a surface and roll out the dough to put the cinnamon filling on the inside. We're going to roll it out until it's about an 18 by 12 inch rectangle. Now we're gonna add our cinnamon filling and spread it all over the dough. Now that it is evenly spread, we're gonna roll it up, starting with the end closest to you. Now that you have your roll, you're gonna take a very sharp knife. So I'm gonna bust out my Christmas present for this one. Very sharp knife. And you're gonna cut about 1.5 inch wide little rolls. The first roll, so cute. Got the rolls all in our pan. We're gonna cover them again and then let them rise again for an hour. While we wait for that, we're gonna make the cream cheese frosting. So that's gonna take 84 grams unsalted butter, 170 grams cream cheese cold, and 97 grams powdered sugar, half a tablespoon vanilla, and that is all. We're gonna put it on the rolls 10 minutes after they come out of the oven. Frosting is done. Let's go ahead and finish up the questions while we wait. Somebody asked what my height and weight is. I've probably answered this a million times, but y'all never get tired of asking me. I'm 5'7", 5'7" and a half maybe. And my weight is 155 right now. It fluctuates between 150 and 155. I actually got a few questions on some healthy ice cream recipes, or what's the most ambitious ice cream recipe I'm gonna go for. And to be honest, I think the most ambitious one I'm gonna go for is a protein ice cream recipe. So probably gonna use some like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, I don't know. That's very ambitious, so I don't know if it's gonna be good, but we will see. And the last question is, what is my workout split? So typically I train legs 2 to 3 times a week, upper body twice a week, and I try to train core, honestly, as often as I can remember to train core. It's really not a super strict schedule. It's just as often as I can remember. And then cardio is gonna be once, maybe twice a week. I am trying to up it a little bit more to 2 to 3 times a week. But yeah, we'll see about that. Now that they're done rising, we're gonna bump it up to 350 degrees and bake for 30 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna take the cinnamon rolls out. And let them cool for 10 minutes. Right, so now we can finally put the frosting all over them. Go ahead and scoop one out. So excited. All right guys, here is the final result. It came out beautifully. I think the best cinnamon roll I've ever made, but I haven't tried it yet. Take the first bite. Oh my gosh. That is definitely the best. That is the best batch I've ever made. Wow. Guys, let me know if you recreate this recipe, because this is straight from heaven. This is so good. One last little close-up. So good. Alright guys, that's going to end today's video. Thank you guys so much for sending in your questions on Instagram for me to answer. And thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you try out this recipe, and let me know if you have any New Year's resolutions, and I hope you all have a great New Year. I'll see you in the next video next year.